Okay, guys, now PulseX farms are a game changer. I want to talk about these farms because I think that they are really unique. And before I get into them, I made videos talking about how I did not like farms because they were incentivizing people to come and sell these PRC20 tokens and dump them on Mexicans. Now, what do I mean? When PulseChain forked Ethereum, when PulseChain forked from Ethereum, every token that was on Ethereum was on PulseChain. So if you had Link on Ethereum, you automatically had Link on PulseChain. So because they were farms that were incentivizing people, people would just come and dump their coins from Ethereum for Pulse and then sell those PulseChain tokens. I thought that it didn't make sense for those people to be rewarded in incentive tokens, for liquidity providers to be rewarded with incentive tokens for incentivizing those pairs. The reason is this: if you incentivize liquidity providers to trade between Pulse and Uni and P Uni, what you're doing is you're incentivizing hexicans, pulsicans who hold these Pulse tokens to be liquidity providers. Now, liquidity providers are the ones who make the market. So when you want to buy coins, they buy from you. When you want to buy coins, they let you buy from them. When you want to sell, you sell from them as well. So now, if you are incentivizing people to provide liquidity, you're incentivizing them to buy up those coins that other people are just dumping on their heads. And I thought it was a bad strategy because of that. Right now, there is a change that happened because Richard Hart did tweet that what we do is we learn and then we adjust. I want to show you the adjustment here, which I think is good, but I'm still not a huge fan of this, and I'll tell you why. But it's a huge change. Right now, for the farms, what you have right now is you have Pepe from Ethereum paired with Pepe, Pulse Pepe. Now, in this case, in this pair, this is not bonded with Pulse. So we know Hart's law says that assets that are bonded together by liquidity move up together and they move down together. So now we're not bonding this with Pulse. So we're not rewarding Pulsicans to provide liquidity to provide Pulse to those who want to dump their Pepe. But instead, people can trade their Pepe from Ethereum and trade that with the Pepe from PulseChain, and then they get some incentive token. Now, this part as well, I'm not a big fan of them getting incentive token, but they are getting 16%. It's not as high as other pairs. So I think that's okay. So now the bad part about that incentive token is that they're getting incentive token, right? And incentive token is also is obviously bonded by a lot of the tokens that are in the PulseChain ecosystem. So that's the only downside, that the incentive token is bonded with other, and people are getting this incentive token for free. Because if you look at the pairs, I think incentive token is one of the biggest pairs, and the bonding with incentive token is extremely strong. So, which is another reason why I didn't like the fact that if people were being rewarded to dump their uni, to dump their P link, and get incentive token and get Pulse on top of that for that, I just didn't think that it was a great idea. I didn't think it was a great strategy over the long term. Now, this new strategy I think is good, is strong. It somewhat disassociates the two. It somewhat disassociates the it somewhat disassociates the Pulse chain ecosystem and these other tokens that are coming. Now, what we want to look at right now is we want to see how big the incentive token is right now. You see, in terms of liquidity, that's the bonding. Incentive token is really strong. Incentive token and PulseX are bonded with $18 million. Incentive token with Pulse are bonded with $17 million. So the price performance of incentive token is deeply bonded with the price performance of Pulse and PulseX. So if we have these farms that are providing people with Pulse, that are providing people with incentive tokens, and some of them who are not believers of the ecosystem, I don't think that that's a great strategy. Now, that strategy has shifted, and we have a new strategy which just lets them gamble with their own tokens. So you've got your you've got your P uni. You can come and swap that with the uni. If you want to trade that around for Pulse, it's now the bonding is not a direct bonding that you have. Now, the other downside why I didn't like these other tokens, right, is because the majority of the people who are getting involved in these tokens are Pulsicans for the most part. Those are the ones that are jumping into these tokens. And as of now, I haven't seen the influx of people coming in. Now, I do understand that these strategies don't happen overnight. They take time. Now, having said that, they take time, and hopefully we will see some action happening. I'm glad that there's a pivot, but over time, I do not like incentivizing these tokens. What I would prefer is incentivizing tokens that are building for the PulseChain ecosystem itself, right? They're tokens. Like we've got PulseShib, it's a PulseChain meme coin. We've got Hedron, that has been in the ecosystem for a long time. We've got a lot of projects that are actively working towards making PulseChain adoption more, actively working towards bringing more value to the ecosystem. I think that those projects, in my view, are the ones that I think should be incentivized the most, right? All in all, the ecosystem is looking good. If you look right now, we are not at the spot where we were when we launched, but we are still one of the biggest blockchains out there. We're bigger than a lot of blockchains that are mainstream, that have massive exchange listings and all that other stuff. But here we are, still pushing along, and over time, I think that we can only succeed. And right, so quick heads up, guys, ShibShift is live, and this is our platform, a fork of PancakeSwap, and the utility token is PulseShib. Now, PulseShib, the beauty of PulseShib is that it is a limited supply, right? Most tokens that are used for these types of platforms are inflationary coins, right? So all of those platforms like PancakeSwap, they have inflationary tokens that will print more and more and more and more, which ends up in the same way dumping on your heads. So on ShibShift, what you can do is you can swap, you can provide liquidity, and you can also earn yield. Right now, the farm that we have, the active farm we have right now, is PulseShib and Pulse. So this farm is 54% APR, so which is a great farm, and we will be adding more farms over time. But right now, the most important thing is we want to work on some analytics so that you've got more data and see exactly how well this platform is performing. Anyway, guys, this is not financial advice as usual. It's my opinion, and I would love to hear what you think about all of this stuff. What do you think about these farms? Do you think that how do you think that they will impact price over time? Because I think that hopefully they bring enough new people in the space, and then that will drive up the price. But all in all, the ecosystem is looking strong because we do have a lot of users on the PulseChain ecosystem. We do have a lot of users, and that is a good thing. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.